Hello, everybody. This is Ryan Koki of the Seahawks Recap Show, and welcome to the Seahawks game recap. I am so excited that football is finally back, and it is August 11th, which I am recording on. The game happened August 10th, yesterday, but it was a 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time start. So by the time the game finished, I was awake till 2 a.m. So I decided instead of making a night of video like I would normally do with 10 p.m. starts, if it brings me to 2 a.m., I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it the day after. So, one thing I should also mention is that I do have a cold, so I'm still getting over a cold. So, sorry if my voice is a little congested, probably as you can hear, but enough rambling. Let's get on to the 2023-2024 season, preseason, week one. So, we faced the Minnesota Vikings last night for this preseason at home. So, game summary. Seahawks won 24-13 over the Vikings. Vikings total yards were 248. Vikings had 165 passing yards, 83 rushing yards. Yards per play was 4 yards per play. First downs for the Vikings, 19. Third down efficiency was 4 out of 14. And they went for fourth down 1 out of 3 times. Total plays in the game, 62. Sacks allowed, 2. Punts, 5. Penalty yards. They had 5 penalties for 34 yards given up. They lost a fumble after Drew Lock got hit, and it was picked up by Zach Charbonnet. Interceptions thrown, they threw no interceptions, and they had 29 minutes, 23 seconds of time of possession. On the other side, the home team, the Seahawks, total yards, 332, passing yards, 225, rushing yards, 107, yards per play was 6, first downs, 17. Third down efficiency was 4 for 11, no fourth down tries, total plays, 55, sacks allowed, 1, punts were the same at a 5, and penalty yards, 9. 9 penalties given up, 65 yards given up. So fumbles, none lost, none given. Interceptions thrown, 1. Drew Lock did throw an interception in this game, but he also threw 2 touchdowns, so I'm not too upset about that. Um, Time of possession, 30 minutes, 37 seconds. Now, Ryan's focus players. So I've split it up between quarterback, running back, receiver out of the players that I really enjoyed watching that night because I want to watch every single Seahawks game played this season. And then I sorted it by D line, DB, and linebacker. I put linebacker in its own category because linebackers can do so many things. They can cover, they can pass rush. So I just thought they should have their own category. So let's talk about the Seahawks for a minute in the focus players because I am a Seahawks fan. Drew Lock really impressed me, played almost the full game. Uh, the only time he came out was in the fourth quarter. But Drew Lock, 17 for 24, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And running back Bryant Kobach, he had 6 attempts, 32 yards, averaged 5.3 yards per carry, no touchdowns. And this guy, wide receiver Jack Bobo, receptions 3, 55 yards, averaged 18.3 yards per catch, and 1 touchdown. On the other side, the Vikings, Nick Mullins went 14 for 20, 139 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Good day from both quarterbacks, honestly. Was not too bad. And here's a guy that really caught my eye. Running back Ty Chandler, attempts 11, yards 41, averaged 3.7 yards per carry, 0 touchdowns. Here's another guy on the Vikings that I'm really excited to see more of. I am a Jalen Reagor fan. I like Jalen Reagor, so he was on the Eagles, but he got moved to the Vikings, and now he puts up 4 receptions, 55 yards, 13.5 yards per catch, 0 touchdowns. I forgot to mention when I was going through the running back stats on the Seahawks, Brian Koback. If you are a Vikings fan, you might know that name. And the reason you might know that name is because he was a practice squad player for the Vikings last season. So now he's switched sides. But let's go on to the Seahawks. D line, Liv Bell, tackles and assists. So that's solo tackles. So solo tackles, he had 2 and no assisted tackles. He had 1 sack and no interceptions. DB Kobe Bryant. Oh man, Kobe Bryant. Watching him this game, I don't know who made him mad. I don't know what happened, but he was delivering some big hits, and he wasn't playing nickel corner like he usually is. He was playing safety. He was playing strong safety, and he looked very comfortable there. He looked like he was embracing it, so that was great. Solo tackles were 4, and assisted tackles none, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. And I'm going to butcher this last name. I always butcher these types of names, but linebacker John Regain, tackle, 7 solo tackles, 2 assisted tackles, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. On the Vikings side of things, Easy Odowu, probably butchered his last name too, but he had 1 tackle, 1 assisted tackle, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. DB, safety, Theo Jackson, solo tackles, 4, and assisted tackles, 2, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. And linebacker, Ivan Pace Jr. Wow. The stats might not look like much, but this man was flying around. He was wreaking havoc in the backfield. And he was the one that was getting a little bit of pressure here and there against the O line. And he had 4 solo tackles, 2 assisted tackles, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions. Okay, now we go on to Ryan's final thoughts. What went well? Well, it was a solid defense throughout the game. Pass rush is greatly improved. We're getting in people's faces. We're making the quarterback think on his feet and making the pocket a little uneasy. In the first quarter, on the first drive of the game, it was 3rd and 15, and Mike Morris, at the end, he hit Nick Mullins and almost caused a safety. He dropped him back and almost caused a safety. And I was looking at that going, oh, wow. If we can get, I know this is preseason week 1 and I'm getting ahead of myself, but if we can get that kind of pass rush where we're getting sacks now, last year we didn't have pass rush outside of Nicheno Nwusu, and he is now extended. But if we can get Boyamafe going, if we can get some semblance of pass rush, those interception numbers for those DBs will go up. And it's just exciting to watch. I am very happy with the pass rush this game. We'll see what happens in week 2. But what to improve on? So quarter 1 and quarter 2 O-line needs to protect Drew Lock a lot better. Too many quarterback hits. Now, I didn't count them, and I should have. I should have counted how many times Drew Lock got hit after making those throws. That's what happened with the fumble lost. Hopefully, and great that Zach Charbonnet was there, but that's not good if they're getting to the quarterback. They don't have many sacks, but just the pressure alone ended a lot of those drives for the Seahawks, and that's what put them down 10-0 going, I believe, or 10-7 going into the half. And that was all defense. Our offense really couldn't get going because Drew Lock didn't have a clean pocket in the first and second quarter most of the time. It got better in the third and fourth, which I am greatly impressed by. But if we could please figure it out in the first and second quarter, that would be great. Only the first preseason game, so I'm not too mad about that, but that's something to improve on. And then some mental lapse defensively, just some wide open guys that need to be covered. Jalen Reagor had a play in the game. I think it was like 18 yards or 19 yards or something, where it just you can't you can't leave a guy like Jalen Reagor open. There's no reason to leave a guy like Jalen Reagor open because he will take that and he will punish you for it. So let's clean up some of the mental lapses and let's clean up I forgot to put this down, but let's clean up the penalties, please. 9, just unacceptable. Don't want 9 of them. Because that kills drives. That either kills drives or gives the other team yardage. So let's not do that, please, for future games. And my final thoughts. Vikings were an exciting team to face. Happy for Jalen Reagor. Man, he can't wait to see. Can't wait to see what he does on that offense with Justin Jefferson, Addison, and himself. And I hope he really does well. Congrats to also Jalen Williams, the rookie who picked off Drew Lock. It was a tip drill kind of deal. Defensive lineman picked up the ball and tipped it, and Jalen Williams, reacting to the football, got there on the right time and stole it away. I know it's preseason, and I know it's a pick, and I know, oh, preseason stats don't really matter, but in this case, welcome to the NFL. Uh, I hope he does very well. But that is it for the Seahawks game recap. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider subscribing. Share with your friends. Leave a like because it really helps when you leave a like. It really helps me know if I'm doing a good job. And also, don't be afraid to comment, please, because I would like some feedback. I hope you really enjoyed this preseason game if you watched it, and I hope you follow me through the 2023-2024 Seahawks season. Go Hawks.